see, today we are celebrating the space program. It was started by Dr. Vikram Sarabhai in 1962-63 with a courageous decision, because when the country was in trouble with the economy, he took the decision to have space program. And he started the space program in a place called Tumba, which is the southern part of India, which is the place where the magnetic equator of the earth passing through. So that helped us to understand the whole atmosphere better because of the electrojet, and the whole world came to that place to do the experiments. Through that he got a complete connection with the world. The world supported our program. So he dedicated the center called TEDxSRMIST to the world and started immediately a program for communicating to the people. The first television in 2,400 villages was given by him, and also the communication using the foreign satellites. Then he said, India will be second to none in using advanced technologies to solve our own problems. So he said that India will have its own rocket, its own satellite, its own applications to help the people. And from its own soil we will launch. That was his vision, a great vision. So it's a courageous space initiative which was taken by this great leader. Today we see space, we are very dominant. We have all types of rockets, all types of satellites, and the whole culture of a good organization was brought by Sarabhai and Professor Dhawan, and we are self-reliant today in space technology, putting all the fragments of becoming a leader. So when we talk about a rocket, it is not just a rocket, it is a mission. So you have to put the fragments together to become a mission: rocket, satellite, orbit, then application of the space segment, whole operations by the mission control, and the satellite has to beam the complete information for application to the subject of interest. So the first major project was SLV-3. This was undertaken by ISRO under the guidance of Sarabhai, but unfortunately he died. Later Satish Dhawan took the charge as chairman, and the mission director for this program was Dr. Abdul Kalam. So we were all part of the team, and we went for launch on 10th August 1979. It's the first major complex project, SLV-3, and went for the launch, but the launch failed. Then Dhawan came to the rescue. He took full responsibility for the failure and addressed the press conference, though he is not the person to take that responsibility. As a leader, he took the responsibility. And we found out the reason, corrected the reason, went for the second flight, which was a total success, putting the satellite into orbit, and India became a member of the Space Club. So to celebrate the success, Dhawan asked Kalam to address the press. He gave full credit to the team. So what you learn from this is two things. One is a leader who has got nobility to accept failure done by the team and make it a success and give the credit. Second thing we learned is the mission director who was courageous enough to understand, to face the failure, learn from that and make it success. So today we are in a different area. Today space is becoming very big important thing, and it has become a space economy. We launch many satellites for other countries. 433 foreign satellites from 32 countries were launched by ISRO, and ISRO has become one of the top organization in this space program. So the sound is not coming. Okay, it says that India is number one. In the first attempt we did the Mars, and first attempt we have made the southern region, we have reached there by this program, that is by the landing on the moon. So we started the departure from Sarabhai's vision. We went for a Chandrayaan program, moon mission. This is also very, uncertain program, and we didn't have the launch vehicle which can go in 4 days, unlike the Saturn. So we have to have our own launch vehicle to do the program, but then we have to design a mission. You can see the type of mission. We have to go on in increasing the perigee. This is called perigee. This is called apogee. So we have to go through that and go for a new design of the orbit management. That means whatever available the fragments, you have to do the base for fragments of becoming. So what we have done is we have found water. So that made the NASA to go again to the moon now, after 50 years. Then we thought we should land on the moon. There was a Chandrayaan 2 program, but we failed that to land. So 13 minutes after the Vikram began to descend on the moon, so we had a problem. The lander failed to make a smooth, soft landing due to the thrust not being given upward to reduce the speed. So this is the speed, 6,000 kilometers, supposed to reduce to 7 kilometer, but we didn't do that. So that was the problem. You can see the departure of the trajectory. Then we started learning what was the problem in that, and went for the next mission and made it a success by suitable guidance control modification, and also the trajectory design of the landing, the last 13 minutes design, and we made it a success. So now we are in Chandrayaan 4, 5, up to 7 we have planned, and also the manned mission. First we are going to have our own space station 2035, and Indians will land on the moon by 2040, and our factory will operate on the moon 2047. So that way we have planned. So we have moved further to that. So uncertain program started by Sarabhai with all difficulties in the country, but today we have become the leaders. Our competitor is USA, Artemis program. They also want to have a place in the moon, but nobody has reached the southern part as we have done. China and Russia, they have joined together. They are going to put a nuclear plant on the moon. So this also, around 2030 you will see many operations on the moon. So we will be reaching the place later, 2040. So why people are interested on the moon is, moon has got a very exotic material called helium-3, which is the future resource for generating energy. It's 100 times superior to uranium and non-radioactive. So this is the one which will be more useful for the future energy generation. So we have to mine from the lunar dust the material, that is the helium-3, which is available in millions of tons. We have to bottle them, launch from there, bring to Earth, and have the, we have to have fusion energy to get it done. Why only moon has got helium-3? Because of the absence of the atmosphere. All the high energy particles bumped by the sun, they started depositing on the moon. So now space has become not only for ISRO, it has become, many industries have come forward and many startups have come. Nearly 2,000 crore investment has happened for startups, and India has got 1,70,000 startups, and startup ventures to boost entrepreneurship, economic growth and employment to the young youth of our country. So that is the whole thing is going. SRM also has got a startup.
More than 50% of its population below the age of 25 years. And this young force is starting their business, due to which India has become the world's largest and fastest growing startup ecosystem.
Very good. So now with all the things we wanted to have strength. You can say we are good in technology, but we are not at to say that we are a strong country. So that is what Abdul Kalam thought, that we should become a strong nation, because strength respects strength. But at the same time, when he started the program, like Prithvi, Agni, Nag, Akash and Trishul, the integrated guided missile program, we were 30 years behind a developed country, and we had a big constraint because the US started promoting missile technology control regime for India, so that no technology will be provided to India, as well as no components, no materials will be given. So they wanted to control our program, and 9 nations joined with them to do that. But we defeated that, and we went for contemporary system for when we do the mission, and with futuristic technology and newer concepts. So for example, when all the people can fly a ballistic missile in a ballistic trajectory, that is parabolic trajectory, we went for a maneuverable trajectory in azimuth plane as well as in the pitch plane, which made others not to intercept our missile. Today you have seen the Iranian missiles, you have seen they are all intercepted, but if we fly our system, no one can intercept, because all the enemies will not know where we are targeting. Similarly, we have a big program on the accuracy. So young people joined together, 4 people, to improve the core sensor to the high accurate sensor, because of the MTCR we are not getting any good sensors. But core sensors which were produced by HCL have been calibrated, error modeled, they improved in 4 months' time. They worked hard to do the complete simulation. All trajectories were changed, guidance algorithm changed, and they did everything in the hardware in loop simulation, the simulator, and that is flying on the ground. Then finally went for flight. A 1 kilometer error has been reduced to 10 meter by their injecting the software into the core sensor. So this is a big innovation, and we combated the MTCR. Similarly, we have got a big program, Agni. 5 Agnis are there for different ranges. That shows our strength. 5,000 kilometer Agni missile. So this program is very important, but at the same time to design the re-entry. So when Agni has got a long range, it goes to space and comes. 800 kilometers goes, then when it comes back, it's a re-entry. You know what happened to Kalpana Chawla. So re-entry is a very critical, where the temperature is 3000 degrees centigrade to pierce through. So you have to design with the new material, you have to design the shape correctly. So to design the shape with the number of shapes with us, we have to use only software, because we don't have any facility to do the test. So we have to go for this computational fluid dynamics route to establish which is the optimum shape. So when we do this iteration, each iteration was taking 9 days with a conventional computer, so we thought we should have a supercomputer. 14 young people joined together, they made a supercomputer called PACE++, which was 20 times faster than the Cray XMB, which was refused to us. So iteration from 9 days, they reduced to 5 minutes, which is the wonderful thing the young people have done. So young minds take challenges to prove that India is a great nation. So with all these things, we are not number 1 in the world. So we wanted to become number 1 in the world, so we have to go for a new concept. So the concept came from during the Gulf War, that the Tomahawk missiles they were dominating, the missiles were dominating in destroying Iraq. Now recently in Iran, they used more than 1,000 Tomahawk missiles. They are very accurate, but we wanted to overtake them. So we started developing a new missile, which is a supersonic cruise missile, because the Tomahawk is subsonic. So joint design, development, manufacturing with Russia. So our contribution is 50.5, Russian 49.5. So the government funded, private company we made, and we contributed on the precision, Russians contributed on the speed. So speed is given by ramjet engine, which is a very important development, which only the Russians have that technology. So we located the engine, and then we started designing the system together, and based on the agreement signed by Abdul Kalam with that team, and finally we are able to make move with many moves. So initially we have to give a thrust by the booster. You will be hearing the sound, everything initially, but once it is in the ramjet, missile cannot be tracked. So here you can see a target, it is the target. We have to hit the center point of the target, you can see the target damage, you can see that, this is the target. So we have got all the time bullseye hit on the missile because of the precision and the technology we used from India, and we have used the Russian technology for the engine, the speed. So we can have it in any platform, submarine or ship or land or under the sea, or aircraft. We can have any type of trajectory we can take. We can fly at 10 meters, we can fly at 15 kilometers. Any target we can hit on the sea or on the land, any place we can land. The only operational supersonic cruise missile, sea, land and air, the whole world is the BrahMos. So we have become number one. Tomahawk is the American 0.8 Mach number speed, it is subsonic. Mach is speed of sound. 0.8 times the speed of sound. We are 2.8 supersonic. We are 1/3 time we can reach the enemy. Our energy is half mv squared, 9 times, and every 3 seconds a missile can go. It is undefeatable due to speed, stealth and electronic countermeasures. So precision attack of BrahMos missiles proved in Operation Sindoor. We are number one in the world. They could not even track. The Chinese tried their best to help the Pakistanis, but they failed. So this is what we have done. We have flown from the Sukhoi. Missile is just dropped, and the missile is of its own. It is a genius missile, so it is operating that. This is from Andaman to Nicobar we are flying, and this is an island. It has to hit here between the two camera stations, and it is without the warhead, so you see only a small damage. With warhead, the whole island will be blasted off. So what is the thing we have done? We have very difficult program we have taken to make our country number one, and the concept is, can we leapfrog? Mind to market, brand, establish the brand, innovation is speed, precision, power, dictated by the future war. Leadership is thinking ahead, managing complexities. Creativity is join the JV concept, that is government funded, private company first in defense. One step higher than what the others could think of, and simultaneously we had the network of all the stakeholders and technology partnership with Russia. So the novel JV concept, which has helped us to make a better system, and used in Operation Sindoor, proved in the Sindoor. It has become Brahmastra for our services. So it's a successful strategic partnership, bringing together all the harnessing, all the capabilities. Investment together is $300 million. We have completed business of $9 billion. So success is shaped by fragments, by right choice, learn from failures, and by removing the defeatist spirits. Thank you.